I think there are two encouraging signs in our broader politics that suggest things may be changing for the better, without speaking to Biden specifically at first. I mean, number one, anti-Semitism thrives when extremism, when folks are kind of playing to each other's extremes and bases. And we saw that. I mean, that was a big concern, obviously, in the Trump era, where he would kind of, overtly signal to supporters of his that were anti-Semitic or having these awful stereotypes. And even if he didn't say it, even if people in his administration weren't saying it, he was sort of giving succor to some of these extremes. And the same thing on the left, that Pelosi really had a hard time even getting a resolution condemning Omar's anti-Semitism through her own caucus because of objections from elements of her progressive caucus. I mean, I think the fact that you have a more moderate, more pragmatic voice at the top should, and it's not going to change overnight, but should at least tamp down some of the extremes. Again, you can't put everything back in a bottle right away, but I think that the trend is an encouraging one. It's certainly more encouraging than if Democrats nominated someone who was much more progressive, much more from the activist wing of their own party. I mean, and you're asking about Biden. The question is, how much political courage is he able to muster if you do have another issue? You mentioned the Omar. It's all about the Benjamins tweet. There are a small number of folks in their caucus that are hard to restrain, and they're probably going to say things like that. And I think it'll be a good early test for a Biden administration whether he is willing to spend that political capital to condemn those types of comments. I will say, just from a larger political point, in these tribal times, in these partisan times, it doesn't matter if someone's on the left is attacking Trump, or Trump is attacking someone on the left, or Republicans are attacking Democrats, or Democrats are attacking Republicans. The biggest movement in fighting this kind of hatred and anti-Semitism is when someone in your own party speaks out against someone else in your own party that's not behaving in a responsible way. And that has been lacking in these last 4 years. There's reason for hope, but as the quote from Ronald Reagan says, trust but verify. I think we're going to be doing a lot of verifying to see where our body politic is these next few years as we change administrations and change styles of governance.